Yes, and I'm really sorry, officers.
No problem.
Honestly, I thought you were, because my partner's in there. And see, because my
No,
partner's
I said
in
11
there.
and then you said, oh, I'll make it half 11. Aye.
Well, see, because my partner's in there. And see, because we've complained to the council, right, about the race service vehicles. Well, she's actually got contact with, no, this council, right, but see the council she works for. Well, when she was on the phone to me last week, there was a bucket motor just about took her and her colleague out in Dalkeith. And she complained to her boss, and they went straight onto their system, and they checked to see where they were, so they can track them anywhere.
Right.
So see, when I'm making complaints to the council in East Lothian, well, they can do the same.
Right. Right, Mr. Pritchard.
Aye, they both.
I'll see you
Thank
tomorrow
you.
at 4 o'clock.
Aye, aye. Now, so did you tell Inspector Neil Mitchell to get in touch with me, officer?
I asked him, aye.
Right, well, he never made contact with me. Right, and my concerns is, right, I've told you, I've got a signed letter. My partner in there has watched that video of that Arctic driver, right, last week. So is obviously the other adults that were in waiting on the police the other night when I had the diary appointment.
Yeah,
and they've stated, right, that he's shouting and swearing at me. He's parked on the 2 zebra crossings, you know, when you go into the car park, and it's a one-way system, you turn left. Right, well, ken the dog warden van that I'm not allowed to video the council, but I didn't ken, because see the vehicles, well, I was videoing them going up the pavements, but I was speaking to a boy, right, in there, and he agrees with me, causing an obstruction, and they're having to go up the pavement. Right, well, the dog warden van had to do the same as well, and when I spoke to the driver, making my concerns about the obstruction he was causing, well, my daughter got that big whiplash mark after we left the meeting with Ian Gray, the MSP, and Inspector Harbour and Sergeant Derek McDonald. So my daughter's birthday's on the 28th of this month, officer. So that'll be 3 years today. So see my complaints that I've been making to you and your police, and the last two that you've not dealt with, but the first one, you've got access to him. Right, he's got dash cams in the vehicle, they've got dash cams outside. As soon as I plug my licence, I'll show you my licence and I'll show you the forms that I've just received through for DVLA, right, and I've got to renew that licence. You see the MP, Martin Whitfield, today with Seacliff College, shouting and swearing at us that Sergeant John Fleetwood does now about, and Sergeant Gordon Simpson, viewing that evidence, they're shouting and swearing at us. But see, while they're in dealing with us, the same driver comes in, the Sergeant Gordon Simpson flies off my couch, and there's 5 adult witnesses because the guy's booting it off the firearm. He runs out my house, he can't catch him, and he turns round and tells us that he's going to deal with him later. But I've already complained because he's come booting round that corner because they trees are overhanging the road, right, on the 7th of September. So this is obviously a week later. He's shouting and swearing at us. He's getting 5 years a finger, then he's shouting and swearing at me on video, right? Then he's speeding off the firearm in front of these officers. Now, they didn't do anything. Now, Kenny Black's telling us that he can't trace that driver, but see your police officers in the antisocial behaviour unit, well, they can, because that's their job as police officers. Section 172, Seacliff College, name the driver, right? Because we've got the date and time. Because we've watched it on video, two sergeants.
You use 172 if it's traffic offences.
Aye, well, it is road traffic offences because he's speeding outside my house. And because he's driving a vehicle and he's shouting and swearing at me and threatening me.
Well, you can't 172 for a breach.
Aye, but see when he takes away and I'm standing at the side of that vehicle, well, he absolutely floors it.
Yeah.
Right, which puts me in a state of fear and alarm. Section 126, 127 and actually the Road Traffic Act, but it'd be careless driving as well. Sorry for taking up your time, officers. I'll video you at the T-Junction if you didn't mind stopping, and I'll show you. These guys are brilliant, man. There's a car just drove past that T-Junction. And you can see that big sign there and what it says. These police officers, man, they're splendid. One of them's not saying anything though. And we're proving the danger here. Right, see if you actually stop that. See that line there? Yep. See that? Right, well, can you see there, officer? Because I can't see.
Nope.
And I can't see this way either. See it? See that? Look. Can you see? Because
not clearly.
Aye, well, it's a public right away. And could you do me a favour? See if you actually just turn and you straighten your vehicle. Right, and you stop there. Well, there's only room for one vehicle. Right, there's no room for two. Now I'm going to ask you, and I'm videoing you, watch this, officer. See them? Could you see them coming?
Nope.
Nah, well, neither could I. That's how dangerous it is. So, see all your cops coming down here. There's another one here, there. Right, so see all your cops coming down here, officers. Well, yous are allowing guys with big massive buckets on the front of telehandlers, forks on the front of telehandlers, spikes down, projective objects, it's against the law, dangerous driver and hammering round here. You see this young lady that's just passed? She's got 3 young children. I'm sick of them. Whizzing past, and I didn't mean that rude, but they whiz past, it only takes a second. 5 of them at a time. But yous are letting guys come